Hello, dear students. I hope all are fine. Today we are going to start the next portion of how do organisms reproduce. Till now we have studied the reproduction in human beings by the mode of sexual reproduction. We have studied the different processes, the reproductive parts, how the processes go step by step. Okay. So now the next mode is that asexual reproduction. So what is mean by the asexual reproduction? Where it actually happens? Okay, which are the things which goes under the asexual reproduction? How the asexual reproduction are actually classified? Why they have named by the particular names? Okay, so those things also we will see. Next, what is asexual reproduction? It is a one mode of reproduction in which new individual or new offsprings will be produced from a single parent. Okay, so what is the difference in it? It's only formed by a single parents. But in case of sexual reproduction, two parents are must required. So next point, asexual reproduction. In this, the new individual actually look like the single parent, means identical to its parent. Next, and this is the one of most fastest mode of reproduction. So this is also just differ as compared to the sexual reproduction. So this is one of the fastest. Why? Because the microorganisms and the plants, they are not having a proper body parts, is it? In case of plants, we know whatever the plant parts they having, but as compared to the human beings, they are not well developed, is it? So that's why they are very easiest things to carry out the reproduction in themselves as compared to the human beings. So that's why it is a faster one. So in compared to the human beings are slower in reproduction processes. So which are the things or which are the living organisms which come under the asexual reproduction? Like bacteria, fungi, amoeba, rose, onion, potato. So see guys, not only the microorganisms, some plants, fruits, they also come under the asexual reproduction. It means they used to divide, they used to be give new ones in the form of asexual reproduction processes. Now we will see which are the different types of the asexual reproduction. Before that, so one of the most important question is that sometimes the question will arise, differentiate between asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. At that time you have to write the all required points which are essential, which comes under the asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction, that you have to mention there. So we will see the different types. According to that also you can mention few points. Now what are the sexual types, asexual type of reproduction? So that is a fission, budding, regeneration, fragmentation, spore formation, vegetative propagation. So some of these points are you are similar with them or familiar with them because you have studied in the lower classes, is it? So those only we are going to see but in details. Now the first one, that is a fission, we will move towards there. What is mean by the fission? So see, fission means a word, a meaning is splitting or breaking down. Okay, fission means splitting or breaking down. It is mode of an organism which splits or breaks to form two or more new individuals. So what happens here actually? If it will break down, it will use to give two or more new individuals. That may be infinite also. Now again the fission is classified in the two forms. Why? That we will see. First one is binary fission and second one is a multicellular fission. Okay, so or you also called as a multiple fissions. Binary means which gives only two. Okay, binary, this word can becomes again and again in the higher classes. So binary, this word means two or the couple. Next, multiple means you know that infinite or many. So under the binary fission, which type of organisms involved? Amoeba, Euglena, bacteria, Paramecium, etc. So, in binary fission, what happens? Two new individuals are formed, nucleus divides only once. So, what happens here? The amoeba cell, consider as the image I was shown you, the amoeba cell when gets split out, it will used to give two new individuals. Okay, new individuals are formed, nucleus divide only once, means nucleus can be divided only once. So see, next what happens? Unicellular organisms like amoeba, paramecium, euglena, bacteria, all these are included under the binary fissions. So see, what happens in the image? The parent amoeba having a nucleus has divided. Again, in there the elongation of a nucleus done, means whenever the splitting done, okay, happens, at that time the elongation in the nucleus happens and it will form a one groove. Okay, the one groove will form and suddenly the two binary fusions when happens, two binary or two cells will be produced. At that time nucleus also get transferred in themselves. Now from them, the along with that, the cytoplasm also get divided. If the cell is going to be divided, so cytoplasm also get divided, because cytoplasm is required for their nutrient nourishments. Now the two daughter cells are formed. So see, they are actually look like their parents. That's why in asexual reproduction the individuals are identical to the parents. Now if what in case of a multiple fission, what happens? So see, in multiple fission many new individuals are formed, nucleus divides repeatedly. So what is the difference here? Slight difference in case of nucleus. Okay, so what happens in case of nucleus? The nucleus will divide once in the binary fission, but in case of multiple fissions, instead of dividing the cell, the nucleus divides again and again to form a mini nucleus. Getting? So see, in the image I have shown you, the parent amoeba is there. Okay, if the cyst, then the many amoeba will be formed inside only. So see, so the nucleus will divide more and more inside. Whenever the cell will get breakdown due to the accident or any other climate distraction, at that time the cell will get broken down and the whatever the nucleus are produced inside the cell of that amoeba, is it, that will get released out. So see, many individuals are formed, nucleus divides repeatedly takes place during the unfavorable condition. Now whenever the condition is not proper one for their surviving, at that time they will get breakdown, split down. Now so cyst means what? It is an actually a protective covering to save from unfavorable condition. If the condition will be more unfavorable, then it will be get breakdown. So cyst breaks and many organisms forms come out, and amoeba can go both fissions, means amoeba can divide by both binary fission and the multiple fissions. So this thing happens in the case of the amoeba. Now one more example I can give you in case of protozoa, that is a leishmania. Okay, so what happens in leishmania? It is an kala azar. Okay, so this due to this leishmania, the kala azar can be caused. So it also occurs in binary fission, so it undergoes binary fission, but division happens only in longitudinal plane. Longitudinal means in lengthwise. Okay, so along specific with same plane. So what happens, it divides in the length, but it cannot break down in a horizontally. You can see in case of the amoeba, in binary fission it divides, it divides like a forming a groove. But in case of a leishman's, it is in a protozoa which goes binary divisions under, but it divides by the longwise means longitudinal plane. Now the next type of the asexual reproduction is budding. Budding means what? Bud means a small projection which comes out. That's a simple word for the bud. But what is mean by the budding? It is a one process forming out a projection on the body of parent and getting broke down to form a new individual, that is called as a budding. So see, new individuals are formed as an outgrowth of a parents. Outgrowth means some portion which comes out on the body of their parents is known as a, so you can see a tiny bump appearance on the parent hydra in the first image you can see. So that is going to be again grow as a parent hydra develops a bud slowly. Again that bud also grow on the parent. Later the bud breaks off to become an independent hydra. So we are seeing the example of hydra in the east. First of all we will see in hydra what happening. The bump appears on the parent's body. Later that bump will be grows, and the growing bud will be get whenever growth will be finished, at that time it will get breakdown or cut off. Now so in the what happens in a hydra, the new individual can be formed like this. But in case of yeast, what happens in this case, before detaching outgrowth, detaching outgrowth from its parent itself also consists one small outgrowth bud. Later it divides. So see guys, what happens sometimes in case of yeast, even if they having a buds on the parent, that will get not, sometime it will get breakdown, but it will be as it is for a longer time. Again as the time goes on, that small individual also consist a small projection on themselves also. Getting? So whenever that first one projection will be, let me show you. So see, this one is the small one projection, is it? So this is the budding, if whenever it has grown. So sometime what happens, it also consisting small projection on themselves also. So whenever they will get like this groove and at detach, so the outgrowth where it's present on the new individual, that will be as it is for a longer time. When it get broke down, so it will also slowly divide, and as the time goes, the smaller one also will get broke down. So in case of the yeast, this is happen in the form of a budding. But in case of a hydra, the new individual singly can be broke down. But in case of yeast, two or more individuals can be produced on a new individual forming. So this is the difference in case of yeast and the hydra. So the budding is the this much process. Then the next type of asexual reproduction is the fragmentation. So what is mean by the fragmentation? Fragmentation, the word consisting of a fragment, means some piece, that may be so many pieces, that may be a single piece. So fragmentation means division of a particular cell or the organisms in a different pieces, in a number of pieces, that is a fragmentation. So see what happens in case of this. Parents breaks down into multiple pieces on a maturity, each of which gives rise to a new individual. So the parents break down in a number of pieces or multiple pieces on whenever it will get mature. So whenever it will get mature. But in case of other organisms, like just we have seen the budding, binary fission, sometime they will not get matured, but the outgrowth whenever will be produced, they will get cut down. So this is the difference. Now, so see, in simple, what happens in multicellular organisms like Spirogyra? So Spirogyra is one of the best example for the fragmentation. So in this image you can see the mature Spirogyra has broken down into the three pieces. Is it? Again that three pieces are going to be produce a new young one whenever they will get mature. So this is happens in case of fragmentation processes. Again, the one more type of asexual reproduction arises, that is the regeneration. How the regeneration can be done, that is just a slight differ in compared to the fragmentation that we will see. So now simply we have seen the fragmentation means mature parent will be broke down into multiple pieces. Again that multiple pieces will mature and break down. Is it? But now in case of a regeneration, it is just somewhat similar but exactly not. Okay, but in regeneration fragment is not similar. Okay, so the in regeneration what happens, whenever a single cell or the organism will be get breakdown in a different pieces. Okay, in a different pieces, it will not produce as it is, it's going to be produced in the fragmentation. See, the parent if get cut down or broke down into multiple pieces, each give rise to a new individual. Okay, this is actually happens in case of accidental process. Okay, so in case of accidental process like hydra and a flat form like a planaria. So in planaria, this is one worm. Okay, flat worm, it's some body whenever the cut down. Okay, in planaria what happens, the three pieces will happens if one organism will break down. You can see in the image, is it? So the three pieces are become like the first head has separated, middle part has separated, and tail has also separated. So now how it will grow now? It's not like a hydra, or it's not like a our Spirogyra, is it? But it's actually looking like a organism, is it? Live organism. So now how it possible the regeneration in case of such a planaria? So see, if a head has cut down, okay, leg has cut down, and middle part also has cut down, then what happens, the head will regenerate the remaining portion which has cut down. Okay, that portion will it regenerate, means it produces the remaining portion of its body. So what do the middle part used to be produce the upper head part and the tail part in the regeneration process. So what do the tail part, it used to be produce the middle part and the head part. Getting? So this is actually a one magical thing in case of a planaria. So this is the regeneration. So what is the difference in case of fragmentation and regeneration? The fragmentation, when a parent mature then only divides, but the regeneration no maturity required, but accidentally they can get cut into number of pieces and it cannot reproduce as it is. Okay, it will produce the remaining portions which has got cut down. So this is the speciality of planaria in case of a regeneration processes. Next is that spore formation. These things you have studied in the lower classes many times. So spore formation means what? So see, first of all you must know what is mean by the spore, where it actually produces, by whom is it, so what is its role, then only you can understand how the spore formation process is done through the asexual reproduction. So see now, everybody knows the fungi, Is it? How the fungi can be reproduced? By the help of a spore formation. We always says this fungi or the fungus can be grow through the spore formation. So now formation of new individual by the germination of the spores. So the definition of spore formation, the formation of new individual by the generation of spores. So by the germination of the spores. Germination means the transfer of that spores from one place to another place, and they used to be grow in that favorable conditions. So that is a germination. Now in case of seeds, you have heard this word germination. Is it? By the help of air, water, or the cattle or any other insects, they used to be carry the seeds. Is it? By taking out the fruits from that particular plant or the region. Is it? They used to be spread any other places. It means that germination has done there. Getting? Now the spore is a unicellular bodies in the parents that are capable of growing into the new individuals. So see, even if they are present on the parents, then also they have ability to grow on their parents only. Okay, so see, the molds formed on a bread and the vegetables. So see, might be sometimes you have observed the rotten fruits or the vegetables which produces the whitish color, blackish colored portion on the fruits or the bread or chapati or any other food material which is stored for a longer time. Is it in a unfavorable condition, means at the room temperature, or instead of keeping in the freeze or refrigerator, if you have kept in outside at the room temperature, at that time such a conditions will be occurred and you can observe. So who is responsible for it? So see, one example like a rhizopus. Rhizopus is nothing but a rhizospore. So this is one good example for the spore formation in case of a fungus. So you can see the in image, the spores are consisting of head like structure and one tail like structure which is attached to a particular base. Okay, and growing some root like structure. Is it? So same thing has or always grows on the any of the rotten fruits. So see, a thread like structure at the top head, sporangia consisting. So the head like structure is consisting of small spores in them. Those are called as a sporangia. Those are actually the unicellular bodies, and every organisms have specialized cells which ever capable of growing. Is it? We are talking about that only, how the each and every organisms are capable of growing themselves in case of asexual reproduction. So the speciality of spore formation is the this one. The spores get protected inside the sporangia, is it, the head like structure, to live away from the unfavorable condition. What they used to, why they used to live there? Because of to protect themselves from the unfavorable condition. If the lots of heat or instead of moisture any other condition will be there, so they will get killed out. Is it? That's why to protect from such a places or the conditions, they used to be get protected inside the head. That is a sporange. Next, it if they will come in contact with any of moisture or the watery places, okay, the outer covering will break and the spores come out and starts growing. So see, if you have observed the rotten fruit, okay, you can observe at home also. So it has some of the portion of it has in contact with the fungi, okay, any of the spores. So what happens at the time, if you observe it for a longer time, so slowly it will uh, spread all over that fruit. Is it? Why? Because the moisture will be comes in them. Is it? So that is very required climate for their growth. So that's why the spores get broke down and try to be spread all over the fruit. Now the spores formed by the repeated division of nuclei to form a new organisms. So see how sperms disperse or the spread. So see, they are very light in weight. They are very light in weight. Through wind, air, water, nearby or any other favorable conditions, they used to be spread. Getting my point? So how they used to be spread? Because they are in very light in weight, so they can be moved from one place to another place with the help of water, air. Okay, so they can be grow any other such a places where the condition is very favorable for their growth, like a moisture content and watery or the damp places. This is mostly happens whenever the fruits or the vegetables are stored in the longer time for a refrigerator, or if you have off for a few time, the moisture will be automatically consist or get saturated on that fruit or vegetables, is it? So if you forget to on that refrigerator, is it, so the slowly the development of the spores or the fungi will be start there. So this is actually about the spore formation. Next is that vegetative propagation means what? So see, the vegetative propagation is a one method of asexual reproduction which is actually takes place in case of plants only. That's why this is named as a vegetative propagation. Visi means common type of a plants. So vegetative propagation takes place in which type of a plants? Like this is takes place in some of the plants which are asexually used to reproduce with the help of leaf, root, stem, buds, okay, and the roots. So these are the few parts of the plants through which the vegetative propagation takes place. Now, it is a mode of asexual reproduction in plants. The plant parts detach from their parents and form a new young one. So those may be genetically identical to parents. Now, for example, like just we have seen leaves, roots, stem. What happens in case of them? They used to be sometime break down and form themselves as a new one. Sometime we used to be break or we artificially used to plant them. Is it? Such a things happens in case of vegetative propagation. So now we have to see in details how the vegetative propagation done by the naturally and the artificially ways. So the in case of the vegetative propagation, two types of a major kinds are there, that is a natural vegetative propagation and artificial vegetative propagation. So what they are, which type of the plant part are included in particularly them, those we will see in details in the next session. For any doubts and difficulties you can ask me anytime. Thank you.